Hey, I'm Jesse McCartney.
I'm Tom Boy.
And we're in the house.
Absolutely. I mean, tell us a bit more about this new album.
Yeah.
It's coming out so that, all the Vietnamese fans can Spotify it or stream it.
So I think there's gratitude is a big theme for this project. I think just and reflecting, just reflecting back on my life. I mean, for me right now, where I'm at in my personal life is such that it doesn't need a lot of fuss, the production. I don't think it needs a lot of gimmicks or a lot of extra. It just needs to say what I want to say. And most of that for me is on a guitar or a piano, maybe a couple little, some backbeats, but very, very organic production actually for this next project. So for me, talking about that and exploring that has been very important. And sharing with people what it has been like, because I don't think people get to hear that too often in music.
Back in the day, I remember as writers we can sell records.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now everything's streaming and everyone's coming out with songs every week, and there's just so much more. There's so much more content available. I mean, how do you feel about the industry today?
I mean, it's a hate-love thing, and there's the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I think you're a dinosaur if you think that it's gonna go back to the way it once was, right? We're not gonna sell albums like we did. I don't think anybody really thinks they are. I think the power of social media is interesting because it can do a lot of damage, but it also can do a lot of good. And for not a lot of money now, young independent artists can create things and create content that the world can see that was not necessarily an option even 8 to 10 years ago. But yeah, I think we are in a good place. It's settling down a little bit.
Yeah,
Everything's been shifting so much, and just trying to keep up with what the new paradigm has been hard. But I think ultimately, as long as you're creating and putting music out there, there's people that are willing to listen.
I mean, words for wisdom. I mean, you've had. I know even at 32, you're so young. You know what I mean? To say that you've already had a career that long. Very few people can say that, Jesse. But what piece of advice would you give to the Vietnamese artist that wants to break?
Sure. I would say try to balance it. I think that, look, math and science are very important, right? And I think that some of the greatest minds on the planet are engineers or scientists and doing really great things for the world. I think that those people also really love music and they love listening to music. So what you're doing musically or artistically is still very important, even to the math geniuses out there. And I think it actually only helps stimulate every other part of your brain. So the tricky part is telling the parents this, right? I can't imagine. I grew up in a family that was very artistic and they cared about it. But I don't know. Maybe if I lived here in Vietnam, I'd be a little bit better at math.
Good call. Good call. It's the right conditions, it's the right person, it's the right energy. It all comes together, and it literally changes people's lives. So. Look, we wish you all the best for your upcoming new album.
Appreciate it, man.
And we really hope that this is not the last time.
No.
This is the first time.
No, I'll be back.
So guys, for the next album, please stream on Spotify. Get fully support Jesse, and let's bring them back, a second time after this. So fantastic, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Good
Appreciate
on you,
it,
man.
brother. Good to see you, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't wanna come up and play shit, but you only call when you're wasted.